Hello there guys, Raj here. Today I'm reviewing a fragrance from Roja Parfums Parfum Cologne line. Specifically, this one is Vetiver Pour Homme. So you guys may already know this by now, or maybe you don't. In case you don't, Roger has released not every one in his main men's line, but four or five of them. He's created this lighter interpretation, but still with an eau de parfum concentration, calling it Parfum Cologne, and this one is Vetiver, which used to exist in an extrait form. It exists now in a Parfum strength also, which is the more expensive one. This one, I've been working off a decant here. I have a little bit of experience off Vetiver already in its prior form, but never really tested it properly, so it was good to sort of test out this version. I feel like it leans on the masculine side, but I think a woman could definitely wear it. I think it is a fragrance that could be worn year round. I think also in terms of occasions, it's pretty good. Like, you can wear this in formal occasions. I wore this to going to like nice restaurant one time, and also wore it just casually as well, just like chilling at home and not doing much. So it has good versatility in that sense. Performance is excellent on my skin. Longevity is all day, pretty much. Projection in the first couple of hours is quite good and quite noticeable, and certainly in the first few hours of this fragrance is when I received a few compliments. So yeah, pretty good. Like, in the more like technical side of things, I think really nice. So yeah, retails for £225 for 100 ml. The whole Parfum Cologne line makes the whole Roger experience a little bit more accessible to some people. This also exists in a Travels 7.5 ml, which you can get from the Roger Parfum website and also some of his retailers as well. So it's quite good that they do that. I do like that fact. In terms of like my original, in terms of the original, which kind of still exists, the Vetiver, I always remembered it as being fresh, but also dry and spicy, slightly spicy. The earthy side of the Vetiver comes through. So even though I don't have a huge amount of experience with it, I was really keen to get my nose on this one, and this really is an excellent fragrance. It's definitely on the fresher side. It's very, it pops on the skin, it's very like zingy. It's the kind of a word I would use. So yeah, I'm from the start, I'm already saying this is a really good fragrance. The note breakdown, which doesn't specify whether it's the Parfum or the Parfum Cologne, is the same. You've got lemon, bergamot, and Lycea cubeba in the top notes. Heart notes of rose de may and jasmin de grasse. Cistus also, and in the base notes there's galbanum, celery seed, pink pepper, caraway, nutmeg, pepper, oak moss, vetiver, cedar wood, cedar needles, guaiac wood, amyris, and labdanum. So there may be a few notes in there which you guys are not 100% like have a clue what they are, but I'm not going to explain all of them, but probably worth going on to like Google or a website like fragrantica.com and trying to figure out what the notes are all about. Definitely might bring the experience to life a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, in the opening is great. I really feel like what they've done is introduce this lemon note, which really sings off the skin. It is really like taking a lemon, you don't take off the rind or like the peel, but you just grate it slightly all around so it releases those oils, and then you kind of roll it in this bowl of sugar. So you've got this lemon which has the rind slightly grated with the sugar. It's sweet, it's grassy, it's very fresh opening. It's a really nice start to the fragrance, and things continue like down this path of just good quality ingredients, sweet, grassy, citrusy, kind of like style or accords, however you want to say it. As the fragrance goes on, the vetiver always is there, but it's in a slightly smoky sort of way. It comes through on the skin without being anything too much like a Lalique's Encre Noire or like a sycamore from Chanel. It's in the line of Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver, but just with much more superior ingredients and much better staying power. So if you haven't never tried the Parfum or version of this, or this version. Grey Vetiver is maybe the closest in terms of olfactory sort of profile, but it is more lifelike. It's just better, basically. You get this wonderful sweet grassy aroma. It really is like sitting in a sort of field of wet grass, but the sun has kind of like dried it out slightly. You've got these lemon trees around you. It really gives me the feeling of being outdoors, and you've got these scents kind of in the air. Very fresh, lively, excellent, really excellent. I guess there is a kind of like gin kind of feeling, or maybe more of a tonic water. Maybe not so much. Maybe a gin and tonic, but how do I describe it? It's more like a gin and tonic with like herbs thrown in, which, you know, to be honest, is most gin and tonics. But no, like I don't get any sort of lime in here. I get a icy rosemary kind of like herbal kind of feeling. Very sort of classic in many ways. Classic men's fragrance, actually. Vetiver is used in men's perfumery since a very, very long time, and it is one that's often associated with men's fragrances. But I do feel like this is a unisex fragrance. You know, I said that already. But yeah, you get this kind of citrus, aromatic, dry, spicy accords. There's actually a lot more going on in here than you might think. I think when you get close to your hand or wherever you've sprayed it, you really get a lot more. In the air, it's this bright, lemony, vetiver, grassy, sugary notes. As you get a little bit closer to your wrist or your hand, wherever you sprayed it, you get a lot more of the slightly herbal qualities, the earthiness of the vetiver. It's quite green, actually. It really is quite green, but that's only when you get close. I've noticed that when you're from a distance, it's you know, as those accords that I mentioned before. So it's a really nice fragrance. Overall, I'm going to give this a rating of, I'll probably go quite high actually with this one. I might go 9 out of 10. I'm really impressed with it. Guys, over to you. What do you think? Do you think this is a great interpretation of a vetiver fragrance? Do you like that they've lightened up the original? Or is it just overpriced and is not really worth your your time? Whatever you have to say it. Yeah, do you like Roja Parfum? Where does this fragrance rank in this whole lineup? Yeah, whatever's on your mind, say whatever you have to say. And yeah, like, comment and subscribe, and check me out on Instagram if you haven't done so already. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.